With every flagship smartphone series having multiple models in their lineup, it's not surprising that Samsung has decided to follow the trend and to offer two models in the Galaxy Note 10 lineup this year. This is the Galaxy Note 10 and Note 10 Plus, which I've been using for the past 2 weeks, and it's time to wrap up the review in today's video. Let's talk about performance. Both devices are powered by Samsung's new 7nm Exynos 9825. Even though they both have different storage and RAM configurations, everyday performance is really good and there's barely any difference in app launch speeds. Even performance and graphics benchmark results aren't too different. However, the gaming experience isn't something that I would consider great if you're expecting smooth 60 frames per second on games like PUBG Mobile and Asphalt 9. Don't get me wrong, games will still play fine at a consistent 30 to 35 frames per second, though this could be due to the Mali G76 GPU that the Exynos chip employs, which performs slower than the Snapdragon 855's Adreno 640, but it should technically still be able to achieve higher frame rates if games are optimized for the chip. In terms of battery life, the Note 10 and 10 Plus easily lasted me a day of heavy use on Netflix and social media browsing, while the Note 10 Plus is slightly better when it comes to standby time due to its larger 4300 mAh battery. The Note 10 has a rather similar usage time, as it doesn't need to power such a huge display. However, the Note 10 Plus has the advantage of charging much faster than the Note 10 with the support of 45W charging. Though sadly, I wasn't able to acquire a power brick that's capable of doing that at this point of time, because the Note 10 Plus requires a power delivery 3.0 standard brick that supports a 10V 4.5A output, which isn't available in the market at the moment. But really, charging both phones at 25W already feels like a total upgrade from older Samsung flagships, so I wouldn't say not having that faster charging wattage on the Note 10 is a deal breaker. The Note 10 is a stunning device in every way you look at it. It's got the same boxy design that's been going on since the Note 8, and it looks even sleeker this time. The bezels are once again reduced to achieve a larger screen-to-body ratio, which makes it one of the most stunning smartphone displays to look at. The punch hole cutout for the front camera is easily dismissed as it is now on the center, while still not the best design decision as phones are attempting to go holeless or notchless these days, but I'm fine with it as it doesn't obstruct content. In terms of aesthetics, the Note 10 is the obvious winner if you are looking to use your device with one hand, but both devices have pretty good weight distribution so that it doesn't strain your hands too much. Some folks might be disappointed with the demise of the headphone jack, but Samsung has complemented it with a USB-C AKG earbuds and that's sufficient for most users. However, the Note 10 would probably disappoint more by not having the ability to expand storage, though I think 256GB is a great base storage for many already, which in my opinion it is even better than the iPhone 11's base storage offering. There will still be a group of users that wants more storage on a smaller Note device, and it's a weird decision that Samsung has done here. While the Note 10 is no longer the only true specs beast in the industry, the S Pen is the only hardware that no other smartphone companies have ever replicated successfully, and it is the one obvious reason why one would want to own a Note device. This year, the S Pen receives a new unibody design and has new tricks as usual. The gesture controls are really cool, but I can never find the need to use it, because they feel rather inconsistent and I occasionally run into embarrassing moments if I don't get them right. The AR Doodle feature is great too as I use it to create funny videos at times to send to friends, but what I think that's really useful is the OCR feature in the Samsung Notes app. If your writing is good enough, you can easily convert them into text and you can search your handwritten notes by just typing. Samsung DeX on the Note 10 now works on a PC and Mac, but rather than being a really functional external desktop, I find it rather pointless as not every app and game works properly on DeX. File transfers are also kind of flawed as there's no way I can drag and drop my items on my PC desktop to my phone without running the Files app. The main camera system of the Note 10 features the same functionality as the S10. The only difference is that the telephoto sensor now gets a larger f2.1 aperture, while the Note 10 Plus gains an extra time-of-flight lens for doing 3D object mapping and depth measurement. By the way, the depth camera is really bad and doesn't justify its existence. Don't expect to create proper 3D objects from the camera if you don't have a proper lighting setup. Even the live focus feature on video feels kind of mediocre. However, you can't go wrong with the Note 10's camera if you are taking it on a road trip to capture some nice portraits and landscapes, but when it comes to low light, don't expect great image quality on the telephoto and ultra-wide angle lens. Since I'm more of a video person, I love the Note 10's video recording capabilities as I can switch between lenses as I'm recording a video. Samsung also added a super steady mode which I no longer have to carry a gimbal if I'm merely doing casual walking shots. However, I'm still disappointed with the fact that the Pro mode has been removed for videos and I can't control the camera shutter speed and aperture. The audio zoom feature isn't new as well, as HTC has already done that with the U11 and it's a rather mediocre feature.
So this is me talking on the video recording sample of the Galaxy Note 10, testing out the audio zoom feature. It's not a really good feature because HTC has already done that on the U11, which I'm not really testing at all. I'm really testing it in this video, so relatively so incomplete. I'm not sure whether you can hear the difference between my voice, but zoom out, I think the audio is slightly louder, but that's not louder. So yeah, that's how we look at it. And this is the audio zoom feature of the Galaxy Note 10. And now this is recording using the HTC U11 Plus, which is pretty much the first one that came out with the audio zoom feature that the Galaxy Note 10 just had. And this is how it was. So I'm speaking at the very same volume as usual because I'm going to video watch today. It's pretty bad right here, and I hope you can hear the difference when it's zoom out and zoom in. Yeah, so this is the video recording sample of the HTC U11 Plus and the Galaxy Note 10.
Either way, the Note 10 and 10 Plus are great devices whichever choice you make. I personally went for the Note 10 Plus for its larger display because I really like to consume content on a large display and I wanted to take advantage of that faster 45-watt charging when the break becomes available. Like any smartphones, the Note 10 and 10 Plus are not perfect devices and they could be better if they hadn't omitted features like the headphone jack and a higher refresh rate. Well, these are things I could still definitely live with and I hope Samsung would implement it in the next flagship. So if you're someone coming from the Note 9, it's not a necessary upgrade per se, but it's still a really good upgrade nonetheless because it has all those cool new S Pen features and of course better performance. For S10 users, unless you really need to use the S Pen on the Galaxy Note 10. Otherwise, there's no reason why you should upgrade to this because next year's Galaxy S devices are sure to have the hardware improvements that is already implemented on the Note 10. So yeah, that's it for my review of the Galaxy Note 10 and 10 Plus. Let me know your thoughts in the comment section down below. Give us a thumbs up if you like this video. Share this video to your friends and family who's interested in the Note 10. And be sure to subscribe to our channel for more weekly videos just like this. I'm Warren with KLGadgetTV and I will see you in the next one.